Hola a todos, aquí Eruen, estamos en Noire. Bueno, vamos a seguir investigando. Nos había llamado el forense, que ¿dónde puñetas está este señor? Aquí. Dígame.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. Came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're
Tiene
saying the
relación.
laughing boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Te has hecho un Cristo, hijo mío. ¿Una armónica?
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Capullo, La madre que lo parió. Qué mal me cae este tío.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Burrow. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julie.
Este es el novio de la otra.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled.
And you were close?
We were friends.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Qué raro.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. Get all fair in love with the law.
Pero tenemos la tarjeta.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties. Which engagements? Okinawa. A couple other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Otra misión de seguir. Me cago en tal.
He's in that car at the lights.
Parece que le han pegado la cara con celo.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't. You can't see these people, right?
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
A ver dónde nos lleva este tío.
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Are you on the stop or what?
Odio las misiones de seguir a gente. Joder, qué coñazo.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Justamente porque tú estuviste en Okinawa. También es casualidad, ¿eh? A ver dónde va. Señora Random.
It's money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Que encima es misión doble. Tienes que ir primero en coche y luego a pie.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
What are you doing?
What? Si he dicho ya que odio las misiones estas de seguimiento de este juego.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
I risk losing the trail.
Pues deja el periódico.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. I risk losing the trail.
Seguro que me oculta el buzón, ¿sabes? Se va a ir de viaje. Míralo, qué cabrito.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here. You bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
You bought a ticket from Mexico City tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
God, it's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Mhm.
Car 11K, 11 King, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
Car 11.
That's the cop from the newspaper.
Operator, give me R&I.
A ver qué nos dicen.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks for your help.
Goddamn, Eruen, having a season from hell.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Vamos a hablar primero con el policía y luego vamos a ir a la comisaría, ¿no?
Goddamn maniac!
That was a tax-paying citizen. You just bounced off the fucking hood, fella.
¡Odio tu coche! Cada caso necesita un coche nuevo este tío.
Any Central Unit 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Hurry, you can still catch him!
¿Qué cojones?
Throw out the guns. You're pretty brave for a gentleman.
Find some cover.
Pile in!
Soy Robocop.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information. Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. Nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. Got 4 years. He missed his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then
Joder.
he bolted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey. Got away. I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. That big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
Todos muertos. Willy, el de mantenimiento. Y ahora vamos a la comisaría.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
What's wrong with you?
A ver, ¿qué nos encontramos en la comisaría?
We caught up with Mao. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Did you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
Guy's a bum. His office is up front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
You could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we? Stefan?
Finbar?
Madre mía.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over...
Me caía mejor el primer compañero de
Hang
Phelps.
on, I'll dig out a copy.
Porque eran más salados. Los demás son todos unos bordes, tío.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Mhm. Fíjate.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Mm. Una armónica.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox. Even
El
the
anillo.
engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
¿Todo era robado? ¿En serio?
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that death.
Pues no entres. No quería entrar ahí.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
What are we missing? Let's go back to the apartment.
I thought this was such a nice area.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
A hopped-up model, a cad, and a circus freak. Only in L.A.
Fairy tales of the rich and famous.
More like pathetic tales of the desperate to be rich and famous. Junkie Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
La gente salta delante del coche.
Don't you go putting the pieces together again before they fit, Phelps. Listen to your old pal Rusty. Or should I say Finbar?
I wouldn't call him that if I were.
What do you care? It doesn't sound like you're the top of his Christmas card list.
He gives everyone a hard time. That's just how he is.
Whatever gets you through the day, Cole.
Ya llegamos, ¿no? Debemos estar cerca ya. Vale, sí, estamos cerquita. Dios, qué casoplón.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me?
¿Qué coño le ha pasado en la cara?
I am Mrs. Eastrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective.
Tengo miedo.
A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
So you have no idea who did this burglary? A lot of these cases tend to be inside jobs.
How dare you impugn my character and the character of my staff? If you have no further questions, I suggest you leave.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night, at least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife.
El psicólogo, el psiquiatra.
Things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch, let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to
Drama.
Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
So much drama.
Turn right here. Turn left up ahead.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglary.
That's my fiancé you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What is socking it, sister? You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Take the next right. Straight on. Go straight over. Straight ahead. Stay straight on this road.
Vale, sigamos por aquí. Pero es que esta tía o sabe más de lo que dice o se está haciendo la
Take the
tonta.
next left. You need to take the next right. It's the next left. Take the next right turn. Next left.
Madre mía, el sol.
Straight ahead. Take the next right.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
A ver, seguro que vive en la última planta, ¿no?
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Que te sacó la pipa, ¿eh?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
La que se la ha inventado.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air! Give it up! LAPD!
Parkour.
Don't make me chase you!
Gafel, me cago en mi vida. Vale, le he dado a la A porque creía que tenía que hacer algo y se ha cortado la animación.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallet. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. He came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Billete para México.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
Un reloj.
Asherah Constantine. It's an extremely
Ese estaba en la lista
expensive
también.
watch, Henry. A graduation present for my parents. Don't think this
Puro.
is anything. This isn't what we're looking for.
Lo comía. Porque hay un rifle encima de... Una sandía. Que entre el fresquito. Bueno, ninguna pista más. Bueno, a ver qué dice.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Miss Swanson might be gullible enough to believe your story, Arnett, but I'm not buying. You're involved in a burglary scam, and so was Julia Randall.
I'm a legitimate businessman. I can't speak for Julia.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop. To get out of that life. She was gonna marry Heather if she had me. Julia told the others that they were out. That she was gonna create a new gang.
Joder, no di ni una.
Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone. Not the least me. She was never gonna go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Give it up, Arnett. You're facing the gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful. So goddamn cool.
Joder, no he acertado ni una.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Joder, no di ni una, con la mierda de las preguntitas. Hostia, la puerta. Tenemos que ir a donde está el doctor.
Next right.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, boy.
I was boxing the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
There goes a week's wages.
Era la última planta.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come. Tell us the truth, Doctor.
Chan chan.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already having...
A que se tira por la ventana.
You know that I loved her. I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall would be robbers?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Se va a tirar por la ventana.
You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife, or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
LOL. Lo sabía.
Didn't see that coming.
¿Que no? Joder. Estaba claro.
Operator, give me
La cara de Phelps, en plan, vale.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stillman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Y voló. Y me hizo volar. Podemos investigar los archivos, ¿no? Supongo. No. En fin, bueno, vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Y en el siguiente episodio vamos a buscar al fugitivo. Así que nada, like, compartir el vídeo si os ha gustado y suscribíos si no lo habéis hecho ya. Hasta el siguiente vídeo. Adiós.